So this old tree stump has been giving me a lot of goodies. I have to watch it because they have snake, but I'm not afraid. So this, if you could find anyone in your neighborhood that has a torn down tree, come and get this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Decomposing tree. A decomposing wood to this extent is gold. Those leaves from last year, collect them, because you're gonna need a lot of it. Sticks and branches, you're gonna need a lot of this too. And lastly, this is what you're gonna create. It is 2 pallets standing up on this side, a pallet on this end, one on that end, 2 pallets on this side. I have these little fence panels. I had some extra after repair my fence, and I kind of used it to stabilize the pallets. Underneath, I have cardboard that's basically done decomposed at this point. Can't really see it. But remember that tree I told you about that was decomposing that wood? I create a pile in the middle where I kind of feed the beast. Also in this middle, I feed, and I only do it in the middle. I will feed this pile leftover vegetables and fruits from inside the house. Now, when you begin to build this, on the bottom is hugelkultur on the very bottom. Then you want to build like a lasagna. You want 1 layer of grass clippings, another layer of leaves, another layer of grass clippings, another layer of leaves. So now I told you about adding grass clippings, starting the bottom with hugelkultur, mixing the grass clippings with the leaves, and you want almost a 10-to-1 ratio of leaves versus grass, because you don't really want this heating up. You want it to compost slowly. So this is more so leaves and a very small percentage of grass clippings. Now I have stakes going all the way down to the bottom. And it's going all the way to the bottom, creating a hole. So most of you probably have never heard of Johnson Su bioreactor. The stakes create this hole going all the way to the bottom. And every day, if not every other day, you want to water heavily around the hole, at least 1 to 1.5 gallons of water. Now I started this build about 6 months ago, back in the fall season when everyone was putting their leaves out to the road. Some were mixed with grass clippings, so I took advantage of that. There's one other secret that I also added to this. I don't even know what to call it because it's 4 different methods. I add manure to each layer. After the hugelkultur, you add your layer of grass clippings and leaves, and then also add a very light layer of manure. And then you continue going up like once again, like spaghetti, or rather like lasagna, I'm sorry. And you continue building this like lasagna. So what I'm finna do now is reveal what it looks like. Because after doing my research, what I should have under here, and mind you, it's still not done. It shrinks, meaning it compacts. The leaves turn to mold, and I keep adding more leaves to it. Now, as I begin to dig this back, what you're gonna notice is how rich it is. When you smell it, you can smell the richness of it. It is unlike anything I've ever smelled before. Even when I compost it regularly, it is so alive with fungi, beneficial bacteria. It's full of worms. The worms have found their way in here, and it is so heavily populated with the worms and beneficial insects that are needed to take care of your garden. So with all that being said, you now have heavy, concentrated, nutrient-dense soil. And I'm gonna show you some here. One of my secrets, I planted a particular tubular. I dug them up from my front yard, and I planted them in here because I wanted the tubular to add more air. Let me go deep here for you. Look at that. Look at that. But watch this. Let's go deeper. See if I can pull out that tubular. Uh-oh. There we go. So I use this because it digs around under there, allowing more air. So let's put that to the side and let's keep going. I want to show you guys what's under here. Look at that. That is nutrient dense, compacted soil. Look at that. They've done their job, so it's time for them to go. But look, I'm going deep. Now this right here is rich. It is super rich. And the smell is amazing. Okay. So the way I use this is and you don't need much because remember it's concentrated. So I'll take this and I amend it's my lemon tree. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna water that in. Now once I water that in, all of the nutrients, the beneficial bacteria, it's gonna drain down into the soil. And because it's concentrated, it's gonna boost everything that I put it under. And the beauty is it won't burn anything because it's been broken down. It won't burn nothing that I'm putting it on. So happy planting, and start you some of this.